What's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new here. If this is how you're finding my channel, I'm Sophia. I am from Miami, and this is my story on my Disney College Program audition experience. Now I'm going to be doing Fall Advantage 2020, so that's from June 1st to January 7th, and right now we're in March of 2020, so obviously my program hasn't started yet. I have been accepted into the Disney College Program as a performer, and I'm going to be friends with the mouses, if you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, it's what you think I mean, but I can't say it because Disney code. But if you're really confused as to what I'm saying right now, just DM me on Instagram and I'll explain a little bit better. But I'm gonna be best friends with Mickey and Minnie and potentially others, so we shall see. But this is how the whole audition process went down, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the video. So let's get started on how the whole process of auditioning works. So before I even get on that, I applied to be part of the Disney College Program. I'm a senior at the University of Miami, and I'm going to be doing it postgraduate, so I'm doing it right after I graduate the semester after. So technically I'm not going to be doing the college program in terms of taking the classes, so I'm going to be focused just on working and, you know, having fun with the Disney company and kind of that break before I actually take my life into the whole real world, you know what I mean. So this is like my gap time to kind of live out a dream and then eventually go back into the real world and get a real world job in broadcasting. I got into the program, I got in February, and then I was able to get attractions, so which means I was going to be working on one of the rides, one of the shows, or anything like that. And you know, it was fun to hear. Obviously, like, I was going to do the program regardless of what role I got. But I really wanted to audition, and I really wanted to see if I had a chance at being a character, whether it be a parade performer or whether it be a face character or whether it be a fur character. I just wanted to give it a shot. So basically, step number one, what you do is once you get into the Disney College Program and you're accepted, you have the ability to change your role into a character performer. All you have to do is attend an audition and obviously do well in the audition and get it. So even if you haven't gotten accepted into the college program, you can go audition. So I went to the auditions in Orlando, so right on site. It was next to Disney's Animal Kingdom. It was super cool because it's like a rehearsal facility, and that's where they practice for like the Festival of the Lion King and for, I'm sure, so many other shows, maybe even the parades. And so that was pretty exciting to be part of, like, that behind the scenes world that I had no idea about. So that was pretty cool. And after that, now, before you even get there, you have to make a Disney Auditions profile. I knew this because I looked at some other Disney audition videos, and this is one of the things that the girls had mentioned, or guys. And you just go on DisneyAuditions.com. That's on the website. You just Google it, and it's like really easy to find. And you just make a profile, and then you have to put in, I think, a picture. I'm not even sure if that's really important, but I put in just a random picture of me, and then you fill out some things like whether or not, like your height, your weight, your estimated weight, your abilities. Like, I put that I was a gymnast, so if possible, if they needed me to flip for some reason, like, that would be something. If you put a dancer, I mean, it really depends on what you can click off. I really don't remember, but it's pretty simple. Like, it literally took me 2 minutes, and that was it. I just had to have that set up so when I get there I can check into the audition. So the day of the audition, I showed up. I remember it was at 6 p.m. so I showed up around 5:30. I had met up with a girl who I had found on Facebook who was also doing the auditions, so we walked in together. Her name was Maria, super nice girl, and she's also from Miami. So we walk into the audition room, and it's a bunch of people, especially that it's Orlando. It's packed of everyone who has either gotten into the program or has it, and everyone's excited. Like, smiles on everyone's faces. And so my audition group, it was, I want to say, like maybe 200 people, and the way it works is you come in and you go and you get a number. So I got a number. I was number 76. Never forget it. I have the sticker in my room. You guys kind of socialize for a bit before everyone gets there, and then finally everyone gets there, and they kind of say they welcome you. They tell you like a little bit about the program, and they say that that this semester they're going to be only taking about 150 to 200 Disney college program performers. So that was a little bit scary to hear, because more than 2,000 people, or more than 3,000 people auditioned to be a performer. So that was like, dang, the odds are really against you, but no worries. You just gotta be confident in what you can do. And then it's groups of 50. So we're all sitting down. I ended up making like a little group there, super nice girls, and we're all talking about like what we want and like about school, everything we can possibly talk about. And then finally they call your numbers, and that's when you go into the first room. And so I feel like this is the crucial part of the audition in a sense, because this is where they weed out everyone who either has it or doesn't. And like, that's a very blunt way to say it, but there's so many people auditioning, so they need to cut a lot of people right off the bat and then really focus on those who they think that would be a great performer. So go into this big room with 50 of us, and the choreographer and the casting director talk to us, say this is going to be a very simple part. It's composed of two parts, the animation and of the dance. So the dance was extremely simple, guys. Like it's 8 counts, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's so simple. It's like, it's just march, 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 hands, 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 spin, clap, over and over again. So they tell you to do that as if you're in the parade. So you're walking, you're doing it, and there's people watching you. So you're in groups of 4. Obviously, this is after they've taught you. They go over the dance about like maybe 2-3 times, and then you're kind of like on your own, which for me, it wasn't too scary because I guess I caught on quick. But for other girls, I saw that it was a little bit harder because they needed more practicing, and I definitely could see why I would need more practice too, just because it's not a lot of time to get it down. And if I had more time, I would have gotten it down even better. So we get to do that, and then he tells us that right after we do the dance, we're gonna do, oh, I'm kidding, before we do the dance, we're gonna do the animation. So for us, we're one of the main characters we're friends with one of the main characters in the parade. So Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, one of the dwarfs, anything, right? And you have to act out for 30 seconds what you would do. So I decided to be friends with Minnie, and I was like saying, let me show you what I did. Okay, so this is the dance. So it was march, 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 hands, 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 da-na-na-na-na, clap, da-na-na-na-na, clap, march, and you do it all over again. Obviously I did it more full out, but that. And for my animation, I was friends with Minnie. This is what I did. I was like, hi. I was like, heart. Blowing kisses. I did like, oh, I like your ears. I was like, oh, that little one, hi. And then I was like, hi to the other little one. And then I'm like, hi to the one far away. So it was just like a bunch of that over and over again, and try to be as creative as possible. So after that, this is when the first cut comes in, which is pretty sad. It was very scary. But they deliberate for a little bit, and then they stand up and they go, all right, so if you hear your number, you're gonna move forward to the next round. If not, thank you so much for auditioning. And then they call out all the numbers, and lucky for me, I was in the numbers, and great, very exciting moment. They cut it to about half. So by the end of the audition of the first round, there was about I wanna say 80 to 90 people. And then those are the ones that were really seen for the audition, and then they went more into depth about animation and dancing. So after that, you fill out this big paper about your eye color, your height. Well, not your height, they measure your height for you. Like your shoe size, your abilities, what program you're doing, everything. And they take you into another room and they measure you. This is where I'm like, this is where my fate is determined. Because I wanted to really be friends with a princess, but my dad is short, and my mom is also short. terrible. Terrible. It's my fate, but what can I do? I can't do anything. So I accepted it. I was 4'11". 4'11". Whatever. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I got something good. Whatever. So they measured us, and then they're like, here's where the fun starts. It's gonna be a hard dance. So we ended up learning a dance to what a man gotta do. And the way I kind of like to explain it is from the beginning to the end, the dance got harder. Now I want to say the dance is maybe like a minute long. And the way they made it seem is it's in the beginning it's really easy, and since it gets harder towards the end, it kind of tests your range of how much you could dance and whether or not maybe you stop right in the middle getting it, you know, perfectly down, and that's how they know, oh, she's around this area. Or if you get it all the way to the end, oh, she can make it to this type of dancing. Or if you were just hitting the first beginning, you're like, yeah, maybe she's not the best dancer, but she's a good animator, she's a good this. So that's how they kind of test to see where you are in your skill of dancing. So they taught us to dance, and to be honest, that dance was hard for me. I was a gymnast, but I'm not choreographically talented, and I don't have rhythm, like I really don't. And so it was really hard for me. Now, they go over the dance a couple times, and then we get to do the dance about 2 to 3 times full out. And guys, if there's any secret to perfecting a Disney audition and to being, other than being yourself and being happy and being, you know, who you are, because that's what they want to hire at the end of the day, it's the fact that I was number 76, correct? So after they taught us a dance, they sent us out of the room, and there's a big line of people, and they're gonna go in 4x4 or 5x5. So I think it was 5x5 actually, yeah. So I had to wait for all those people in front of me to audition, and so while I waited, I was in the bathroom practicing. So I'm gonna insert a video right here of me in the bathroom practicing. So I was doing that for a good, I want to say 20 minutes. My makeup was melting off. My lashes were about to fall off. Like, I looked like a hot mess. I had to retouch my makeup like minutes before I go in, but it was so worth it. So if there's anything you can do is obviously get to your audition early and get there on time, but try to let people go in before you so your number's a little bit higher and you have more time before you have to show your audition, because that part was really crucial for me in order to master the dance. So, and right after the dance is the animation. And so this is where I've heard that this is where they really look at to see what you can do. And this is what sets you apart, because you can be a terrible dancer, like probably sort of how I was, and a great animator, and then everything is a lot better. So for the animation, we had to, for my audition day, we had to pretend we were monsters in Monsters Inc. And we went into 3 different rooms, and we had to talk about, and we had to animate like what type of rooms we were in. So are we in a little girl's room? Are we in a big boy's room? Are we in a room that's like a gym? Are we in this? Are we in this? So you had to make it very obvious what type of room you were in, and you had to do a really great job animating and basically convincing the people watching you that, oh yeah, she's in a room with a little girl and she's trying to scare the little girl. You know, like you had to make it obvious. So for me, I went to a gym, I went to a bathroom, a room that was a bathroom, and then I went to a room of a little girl. So a perfect example, like for the bathroom, I walk in and I said that it smelled really bad. So I'm like, and then like I opened the door and I like took a breath, and then I came back in and I scared the guy, and he was like in the shower, so I go, hey, and I scare him. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid and silly. Not stupid, it's more silly. To do all that, but they want you to have fun with it, and I had so much fun with it. I know people are so scared of the animation, but there's 2 people watching you, and they just want to see you have fun with it, and I think that I had a lot of fun with it, and I think that showed. So after I did the dance and the animation, they go, can number 76 and 74 please stay, which was me and a girl that was also in the same audition group, and they asked, oh, we're gonna record you, so can you do the dance again? And I'm like, oh my god, I said yes, of course, like that's obviously a great sign. So I did the dance again, and then they recorded me this time. And that's where I got a very good inkling that I was gonna get something, because why would they want to record me? You know, it's like a little bit sketch, and then they're not recording everyone. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I did that, and that was it. I walked out. I said bye to everyone that I had made friends with, and then I didn't hear until yesterday. So I want to say it was like about a little bit less than a month before I heard back, and now it's official. I'm going to be a character performer, mouse group, and I'm very excited. So I'm very excited, and yeah, so I can't wait to potentially vlog or potentially do another video, like sit down style, of how the program actually is and how being a character performer is. I'm sure I'm gonna have nothing but positive things to say, and I'm very excited to work for the Disney company. If any of you guys have any questions for me, please put them down below. Subscribe to my channel, please. Follow me on Instagram, share this video, whatever you can to help me and support me. I would love to be friends with you guys, so DM me if you live in Orlando and you'd like to go to park dates together. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end, and that's it. Peace out.